Hey guys, it's Erica and welcome back to my channel. It's currently 11 p.m. at night. I hope you guys had a great Easter. It's still Easter right now for another hour. And I knew I was going to film something for you guys today, but I had no clue what I was going to film. I went through and answered everybody's comments on all of my videos and wrote down all of your video requests so I could start working on those. So I'm glad I got to do that today. And so many things have happened today. I thought it'd be a perfect time to just talk to you guys and tell you guys about a lot of the things that we might deal with in the healthcare field that nobody talks about, or that you don't think about when you're getting into the healthcare field, because tonight has been a crazy night and I've had to just stay calm and keep my chill and just try to act accordingly. So the first thing that happened today is I was in a patient's room and the patient tried to grab my boob like twice. He successfully grabbed me one time. We were doing a kidney ultrasound. I was doing one side of his kidney and like he reached over, like try to cup one side, and I was like, look, I'm gonna need you to move your hand. And then I go to do his other kidney and he like grabs over here and I was like, look, I'm gonna need you not to grab my boob. Like I lost all chills. Like, I'm gonna need you not to touch me. And then he had a family member in the room with him, and I guess he had been doing that to her. He's been acting out of sorts or whatever, and she was like, nobody wants you to touch them, you need to leave them alone or whatever. So that kind of just threw me off a little bit because I don't know, I felt like he knew what he was doing. Like I felt like nowhere in his chart did it say that he was out of his mind. Like he wasn't there for being out of his mind at all. Like I feel like you know what you're doing and you're about to get pushed off this gurney right now. And like I had to calm myself down. I'm like, just relax. Like, it's gonna be okay. Just finish the exam, get out of there. You don't have to go back. Like, everything's good. And like I have to work on that. That's something that I have to work on, is like me, like my anger or whatever, because literally, and I'm pretty nice about being angry. Like, this is my mindset when I'm angry. It's like, I want to push you down the stairs, but I want you to be okay when you get down there, but I still need to push you. But you'll be okay when you get to the bottom of the stairs. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to you, but you need to know that that wasn't okay. So it just threw me off because I felt like he knew what he was doing, and I felt like it wasn't like an out of your mind type of thing. And it made me kind of upset. So that whole situation kind of made me mad. And a lot of times women deal with that all the time. I've had a guy tell me that someone pinched his butt here, or not here, but just at his job before. And I've had guys try to wrap their hands around my waist while I'm doing an exam, and I have to move their hands and like all types of stuff. And it can be really annoying. Sometimes they are like out of their mind. You just have to kind of excuse the behavior. Like, you know, you need to move your hand. You can't be here, but you're not like mad at them or whatever, because you know that they're not quite together. Altered mental status, AMS. So that can happen. But then sometimes you just have like these perverts, these crazy people who like to try to touch you and stuff, and I don't play that. I will move your hand, I will tell you how I feel. And I'm like, look, I need you to move your hand like this. I need to be loud. I want everybody to hear me because I want everybody to know what's going on and that I don't like it. So yeah, so that part kind of threw me off. And then I do a lot of babies. You guys know this. I work, I do everything, but sometimes I do a lot of babies in a night and whatever. So I was going to go do somebody's baby. And usually after I measure a baby, I tell the nurses or whoever's on staff how much the baby weighs, what position the baby's head is at, if they're breech or what we call it vertex, but head down, or breech. And I'll tell them if I see anything wrong with the baby, anything like that. I might tell them the heartbeat if they're worried about it. So this instance, I go over to labor delivery, I do the exam, and then I go to tell the nurses, okay, the baby is head down, the baby weighs this much, yada yada. The nurses sit there and act like they don't hear me. And I mean, I can talk quiet. I know there are times when people don't hear me and I'm like, I have to speak up, and they're like, oh my God, I didn't hear you, I apologize. But in this instance, I mean, I have the machine right in front of the nurses station. I'm pretty loud. There's no doctors around, there's no one else around. And I'm like, the baby is this, the baby is measuring this, whatever else you guys need to know, I'll tell you. And they're just sitting there typing, acting like they don't hear me. And it just made me so mad again, because I'm like, oh my God, like first old dude wants to get all handsy, and then I come over to you guys and you guys want to act like you don't hear me. Like, I'm done with all of you guys tonight and I'm going back to my little ultrasound layer and I ain't speaking to none of y'all. Like, it just made me so mad. Like, I had to calm myself down. Like, it's okay, it's cool. It just made me mad because it's like, come on, like, aren't we all adults here? Like, what's helping you by not hearing the information that I'm giving you? Like, why are you ignoring me? Like, what? Like, I don't understand here. So I literally was right there and I was like, the baby is this, blah, blah, blah. And then like I turned my, the machine around and I was like, if you guys care. And then I kept walking out the door. I'm like, I need you guys to hear me saying this, because it's like, I don't understand sometimes. Like, and like I said, I usually am a pretty happy person. I try to stay, you know, a little bit prayed up before I get here. You know, you want to be in a good mood, good spirits. And like everything is like, ugh. And it's so crazy, like when you have a good mood and good spirit and you come into an environment of people who are like not happy for the day, it takes a toll on you. It really does. Because like right now I'm in good spirits. I'm still in good spirits, but those things just kind of annoyed me. And yes, I am back here by myself, not trying to talk to anybody right now. I'm like, I just need to be alone. I just want to be alone. And then it's like before all of that happened, I was doing a patient and I had somebody bring a patient down for me. And then the person who brought the patient down, I wanted them to take the patient back up before they left. And I saw the person about to leave and I was like, thank you. I said thank you as a means of, thank you for taking my patient back. The patient's ready to go back. But I guess they didn't know that. They went home, left the patient out for like 20 minutes or whatever. So then I had to take the patient back up to the room. And I just felt like it would be common courtesy for you to just say, I'm leaving. I'm not taking your patient. You know that you dropped the patient off to me. Whatever happened to them? You know they had to go somewhere. So I don't know. Like, I'm not too upset about that part. I just felt like it would have been common courtesy to be like, I'm going home. I can't take your patient back. Or to try to figure out where the patient went. Because I'm like, if you take a patient down, it's kind of your responsibility in a way to see what happened to that patient. Did someone take it back? Is it your responsibility? Like, whatever. But I let that one ride. But either way, it's been like one thing after another since I got here. And I just thought it'd be nice to tell you guys what happens sometimes when you work at a healthcare in the first place. You got handsy patients. You have not so nice staff members all the time. You have things that don't turn out the way that you want them to turn out. You have to maintain a positive attitude for yourself because no one else around here is going to help you do it. I'm telling you, no one else is going to help you do it. Because, I mean, this tonight has been a little much. So I say all of that to say that sometimes we have to learn how to be the light amidst the darkness. The Bible talks about us being a light in this world and being a light amidst the darkness of this world. And it's hard to do because you want to be mad, you want to be angry too. But sometimes you have to take the higher road. You have to just walk away. You have to not engage. And those things can be very tough for a lot of people, but it can be done. And you'll feel a lot better for doing it, trust me. But like I said, it's hard to do, but it can be done. And just sometimes you gotta learn to be the light. Just try your best to do the right thing as much as you can. So like when that whole situation happened with the guy, I feel like I handled it pretty good. I could have knocked him off the gurney, but I feel like I handled it pretty good. I was just like, I'm gonna need you to get your hand off of me, and like I left it at that. But it's a work in progress. Honestly, it's a work in progress. So just try your best to be the light amidst the darkness, and don't let those people get to you. But yeah, so I have a lot of people talking to me on my YouTube comments, of course, asking me questions and stuff. So I decided at the end of these vlogs, I will try my best to answer some of you guys' questions that I receive via the comment section. I'll probably answer you in the comment section as well, but I also want to broadcast it because a lot of people have some of the same questions. So this person right here, I'll put the name up here because I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but they said, how did you know being an ultrasound tech was right for you? I'm currently taking my prerequisites to be in a rad tech program, but ultrasound also interests me. I don't want to waste time or money, so would you please advise me which you think is better? So when I went into the rad tech program, I went knowing I wanted to be an ultrasound tech. I have always wanted to be an ultrasound tech, and rad tech was the closest that I could get because I had no schools around me that offered an ultrasound program, and I knew nothing about the Institute of Ultrasound that's in Spanish Fort, Alabama that I went to. I knew nothing about it. So the closest thing to an imaging modality that I found that I could get to was rad tech, and that's why I went ahead and did it. So it was never my first choice, never like a passion or a love of mine to be a rad tech, but it was the closest thing that I felt like I could get to ultrasound, and it was kind of my opening door to get into it. So you're saying you're taking prerequisites for a rad tech program, but you also are interested in ultrasound. You don't want to waste time or money. I also agree too, if I would have found an ultrasound program first, I would have done the ultrasound program and then got a bachelor of ultrasound, or I think it's medical sonography or whatever, and I'd have that bachelor's degree and then go straight to medical school, whatever I decided to do. But I probably would have skipped over rad tech because it really didn't interest me. So if you feel like ultrasound is the better choice for you, don't bother going to rad tech because you're wasting time and money, just like you said. So you don't want to do the rad tech thing. You want to go ahead and go straight into ultrasound. You're saying that you want to know if it's right for you. You're only going to know if it's right for you until you watch it. Like I showed you guys what a typical day for me is like. Is that something that you would enjoy? Is it something that you would not enjoy? I think you should definitely, if you're taking prerequisites for a rad tech program, you could possibly talk to the instructor of the program and see if you could shadow them, or follow their adjuncts, which is like their kind of teachers that go around and check on the students. Follow them for a day and see if you like what they do for a day. It's really important that you see what a typical day for someone is like, so if you can imagine yourself involved in that typical day, if that makes sense. If you can't see yourself in that typical day, it's probably not the job for you. So I hope I answered your question. Basically what I'm saying is try to shadow somebody and see which one you like better, and whichever that you choose, be steadfast, go straight towards that, and don't take other routes, because if this is what you want to do, it's what you want to do, and you don't want to waste time and money. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share these videos. If you do have questions you want answered in the next vlog, make sure to put them down below, and I'll try to get to more than one next time. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye, guys.